This exercise program has been developed by physiotherapists specifically for people with movement disorders. During the development, we consulted a range of people with movement disorders about their specific requirements. We have tried to incorporate as many of their suggestions as possible. We also consulted with specialist physiotherapists that have experience working with people with movement disorders. We specifically asked about safety requirements and the best ways to structure the program. Exercise is not without its risks, and this or any other exercise program has potential to cause injury. To reduce the risk of injury in your case, consult your doctor or physiotherapist before beginning this exercise program. Your physiotherapist should be able to help you identify which exercises will be most beneficial for you, or if you should modify or omit any of the exercises in the DVD. Not all of the exercises may be suitable for you to do, and you may need to change what you do as you become more familiar with the exercises. The first time that you do these exercises, it will be helpful if somebody is nearby if you need any assistance. If you feel sufficiently confident, this may not be necessary. You will see that many of the exercises can be performed in standing or in sitting. You should choose the option where you feel most safe. If you are doing the exercises in standing, you should have a sturdy chair close by for balance and support if needed, and the chair should be placed level on the floor. You will also need a large bath towel and a small pillow nearby when you get down on the floor for the mat exercises. The exercises in this DVD are demonstrated by physiotherapists who have experience in prescribing exercise. When doing exercises for the first time, it is important that you understand the type of movement that is required to achieve the specific aims of the exercise. Before you begin doing any of the exercises on this DVD, it is advisable to watch the program the whole way through once so that you can familiarize yourself with the routine. This will help you to pick the relevant exercises that are appropriate for you to do. Each of the exercises can be seen in the demonstration reel in the first instance. In the main exercise routine, a number counter will appear on the screen to help you remember how many repetitions you have done of a specific exercise. We suggest that you watch the demonstration before trying to do the exercises. We will now demonstrate the best posture to use when you are exercising. You should be standing in an upright position. You should have a sturdy chair close by for balance and support if you need it. Your shoulders and knees should be relaxed and your feet positioned a comfortable distance apart. From the side, your back should not be overarched or slouched. You should be breathing normally. This standing position allows your stomach and back muscles to provide a corset-like support. You will need to maintain this position whilst you're doing the exercises. If you're doing any of the exercises in sitting, remember to also keep a similar, comfortable upright sitting position, breathing normally at all times. You are now ready to start section 1, the warm-up. Once you have completed section 1, you can move on to the other sections of your choice. Section 1. This warm-up consists of 13 different exercises. In this warm-up, you will do some neck, shoulder and hand stretches, as well as ankle and calf exercises. You will need your towel for the calf stretches, a sturdy chair nearby, and an exercise mat and pillow for the floor exercises. You will stretch your hip muscles as well as your back. Some of this section will require you to be on the floor. Before you get on the floor, there will be a demonstration of the best way for you to do this, and there will be some opportunity for you to practice getting down to the floor as well as back up from the floor. You will also need to lie on your stomach. Again, we will demonstrate the best way for you to do this. The first exercises are the neck stretches. If you start to feel dizzy when doing any of these neck exercises, make sure you stop, sit down and rest. Consult your doctor if this dizziness persists. Drop your chin to your chest. Try not to move your body or let your shoulders lift. Hold this position for 3 seconds. Now bring your head slowly back to the starting position. move your head in the opposite direction until you're looking at the ceiling. Relax any tension you feel in your throat and hold that position for 3 seconds. Bring your head back to the starting position. Repeat this 2 more times in both directions. Try not to let your shoulders lift during these movements. You can either stand or sit during these exercises. Either way, remember to keep your posture upright and relaxed. You should feel well balanced with your arms relaxed at your side. You should feel a stretch along the front of your neck. We will now go on to stretch the muscles on the side of your neck. From the starting position, tilt your head to the side by dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. Keep your eyes and head facing forward whilst you do this, and hold this position for 3 seconds. Try not to let your shoulders lift during this movement. Now, slowly move your head to the other side, and hold again for 3 seconds. Repeat this 2 more times in both directions. Finally, from the starting position, you are going to rotate your head slowly round to the right to look over your shoulder at the floor behind you. You should feel a gentle stretch across the opposite side of your neck. Hold this for 3 seconds. Then turn your head slowly around to the left to look over the other shoulder. And hold for 3 seconds. Repeat this 2 more times in both directions. Turn to the right and hold. And now again to the left. And then to the right. Turning as far as you can. And then to the left, looking all the way behind you over your shoulder. We will now go on to the shoulder rolls. For this exercise, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Now slowly roll them backward and downward, whilst trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now relax back to the starting position. Repeat this 5 times. Horizontal shoulder flexion. Take your right arm and gently bring it across your chest at the height of your shoulder. With your other hand, gently hold your right elbow and pull your arm further across. You should feel the stretch across the back of your arm and shoulder. Hold this position for 10 seconds. Now repeat it to the other side. You can do this exercise either sitting or standing.
Arm circles.
Keeping your elbows straight, move the arm in a circle in a forward direction, reaching as far as you can. Then repeat with the other arm. Do 5 repetitions on each side. You can do this exercise either sitting or standing. Be sure that you are in an upright posture so that you feel well balanced with your arms relaxed. Now reverse the direction for both arms and do 5 repetitions on each side again.
Hand stretches.
Be sure that you are in an upright standing or sitting position so that you feel well balanced with your arms relaxed and elbows bent to 90 degrees at your side. Start by making big circles with your wrists. Try not to move your arms too much. Do 10 repetitions, rotating inwards. And then change directions, rotating outwards. Still making big, slow, circular movements. Now with your palms facing downwards, open all of your fingers very wide. Stretch them out and then close them into a fist. And then stretch open again until you have done 5 repetitions of open and closed fingers.
Ankle circles.
Stand sideways to the chair and hold onto the chair for support. Now lift your leg right up and circle your foot around in one direction, making big circles. Try to stretch your ankle as much as you can. Feel the stretch in your ankle, foot, and in your lower leg. Do 5 circles in this direction. Repeat the ankle circles, firstly with the other leg, and then go back to the first leg and repeat in the other direction. If you are standing, you will need to have a sturdy chair nearby that you can lean on for support. If you are doing this exercise in sitting, make sure you sit back in the chair before straightening the leg to do the ankle circles. If you are doing the exercise in standing and at any time you feel like you're going to lose your balance, put your foot down, and when you have regained your balance, you can try again.
Calf stretches.
In standing, step straight back with your right foot. If you are sitting, pull your toes towards you using the towel to help you. Hold for 15 seconds. You can do this exercise either sitting or standing. Be sure that you are in an upright posture so that you feel well balanced, with your arms relaxed. If you are standing, you will need to have a sturdy chair nearby that you can lean on for support. Stand facing the chair and hold onto the chair for support. Now switch legs. The next few exercises require you to be on the floor. It is important that you can get down and back up from the floor safely. You should only start the mat-based exercises when you feel safe and confident with getting down and back up from the floor. This may take a few sessions of chair to floor to chair practice. We will now practice getting down onto the floor and back up again safely. We will practice this once, and then we will get down onto the floor to complete the remainder of the stretching exercises. After we complete these exercises, we will demonstrate to you how to get up from the floor again so that you can do this safely. If you are standing, you should be facing the seat of the chair. If you are sitting, turn to one side of the chair. Put your hands on the chair and carefully place the knee that is closest to the edge of the chair on the floor, all the while using the edge of the chair for support. Place your other knee on the floor so that you are now kneeling. Carefully sit to one side on the floor and with the help of your arms, lay down on your side. Roll onto your back. To get up, roll onto your stomach or your side if this is easier for you, and push up onto your hands and knees. Carefully crawl over to your chair. Use your hands for support to place one foot flat on the floor. Lean forward, pushing onto your feet and hands until you can bring the other foot beside the first. Now turn around to sit on the seat.
The next few exercises require you to be on the floor. Hamstring stretch.
Keeping your back flat, take the towel with both hands and carefully loop it under your right foot. Hold for 20 seconds. If during this exercise you feel any shooting pain in your back or down your leg, stop this exercise and consult your doctor. Now switch legs. After you have got used to doing this exercise, you can achieve a better stretch by pulling your thigh closer to your chest. The lying twist helps with the mobility of your trunk and your hips. Drop your knees over to one side and turn your head in the opposite direction. Repeat 3 times to each side, holding for 5 seconds on each side.
The last exercises in this section require you to be lying on your stomach. We will now demonstrate the best way to do this. Move to the edge of your mat and then roll onto your side so that you can get your elbows underneath you. Now press on your elbows to help you bring your legs underneath you and lie flat on your stomach. Position your pillow so that your neck is comfortable.
The thigh stretch targets the quadriceps muscles in the front of the thigh. Lying on your tummy, rest your head on a pillow or hand. Place one hand at the ankle and bend that knee so that your heel comes towards your bottom. If you can't reach your ankle, use your other leg to help move your heel toward your bottom. Hold this position for 15 seconds and then repeat to the other side.
Prone press-up. Start by lying on your stomach with your hands next to your shoulders. Gently push yourself up with your arms, keeping your hips and legs on the floor. Try to straighten your elbows as much as you can, lifting your head and chest upwards, and hold this position for 5 seconds. If you can't straighten your elbows, rest on your forearms and lift your head and chest upwards. Now slowly come down. Pause with your head to the side. Repeat this 5 times. The prone press-up exercise promotes mobility of your lower back and counterbalances the effects of sitting and being in a forward flexed position for most of the day. When doing this exercise, be careful not to lift your hips or legs up off the floor. Do not do this exercise if it hurts your back or if you feel any pain going into your buttocks or your legs. Kneeling child's pose.
Start by lying on your stomach, move onto all fours, and then gently sit back on your heels. Keep your arms stretched out in front of you, and then try to sit all the way back on your heels. Hold for 20 seconds. Try to get your buttocks all the way down onto your heels, and focus on relaxing your back and legs. This section is now complete, and you can get back up from the floor. To get up, roll onto your stomach, or your side if this is easier for you, and push up onto your hands and knees. Carefully crawl over to your chair. Use your hands for support to place one foot flat on the floor. Bend your knee in front of your stomach. Lean forward, pushing on your feet and hands until you can bring the other foot beside the first. Now turn around to sit on the seat.
There are 5 exercises in this section, all aiming to improve balance and coordination. All of these exercises take place in standing. Remember to stand with a correct posture while completing these exercises. Ensure that you have 2 chairs nearby. Standing with feet together. The first exercise is standing with your feet together, first with your eyes open and then closed. Standing behind your chair, bring your feet as close together as you can. Stay standing in this position whilst trying to maintain your balance. If you feel comfortable in this position, close your eyes for up to 10 seconds whilst trying not to hold on, but be sure your hands are nearby the chair for support if you need it. If you feel yourself close to losing your balance, hold on to the chair and open your eyes. Readjust your balance and try again.
The next exercise is standing on one leg. Standing behind your chair, lift one leg off the floor by bending your knee and taking your foot behind you. Stand in this position for up to 10 seconds. Use your arms for support if you need to. Now switch legs and repeat this on the other side. If you lose your balance and touch down with your foot, readjust your balance and try again. The tandem standing exercise requires you to place one foot in front of the other while standing behind your chair. Hold this position for 10 seconds. If you are unable to keep your balance in this position, put your front foot to the side, but as close to the other foot as possible. If you lose your balance and move your foot, reposition your feet and readjust your balance and try again. Now switch legs. Place the other foot in front and try to hold this position without losing your balance. Forward lunges work to strengthen the quadriceps muscle in the front of the thigh. Use the chair for balance if you need to. Hold this position briefly and then return to a standing position. Repeat this 5 times on each side. Side lunges work to strengthen the hip as well as the quadriceps muscles of the leg. Standing between 2 chairs, take a comfortable step out to the side with your right leg. Hold this position briefly and then return to a standing position. Repeat this 5 times each side. Now repeat this with the left leg. This section is now complete. This section consists of 6 different exercises, repeated in succession to make a circuit training section. Each of the 6 should be completed for 60 seconds to make up one set. The entire set should then be repeated after a 60-second rest and stretch period. For this section, you will need your hand weights and a sturdy chair nearby. If you feel tired during the 60 seconds of one exercise, pause and start up again when you feel able.
Once you have completed the entire set of exercises once, rest for 60 seconds and repeat the circuit again. This may be a good time to have some water to drink. Sit to stand training.
Before doing this exercise, you should practice safely moving from standing to sitting and back to standing. Try to sit in a controlled manner by placing yourself gently on the chair. Now lean slightly forward and stand up from the chair. Try not to favour one side or use your hands to help you. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. Remember as you stand up to lean forward whilst bending at the waist so that your head is positioned over your toes. This will make it easier for you to stand up from the chair. You should do this activity as fast as you can without feeling like you will lose your balance, and all the while using a controlled movement. The shoulder press exercise strengthens the shoulder muscles and back muscles, which are important for all daily activities. Remember to stand with a good relaxed and upright posture. Be careful not to arch your back. Slowly return back to starting position. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. Squatting helps to strengthen the quadriceps muscle. Come as close as you can to the chair without actually sitting on it. Be careful to keep your legs away from the back of the chair. Now stand up while squeezing your buttocks. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds.
Shoulder abduction with weights.
Holding a weight in each hand, keeping your shoulders relaxed and elbows straight, move your arms out to the side until shoulder level. Return back to the starting position. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. Remember to stand with a good relaxed and upright posture with your stomach muscles pulled in and knees slightly bent whilst performing this exercise. Trunk rotations are an important exercise for strength of the trunk and to help with balance. Stand with your feet a comfortable distance apart and knees slightly bent. Holding a weight in each hand, with your right hand reach across your chest to the left side. Return back to center and then repeat to the other side. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds.
Step-ups strengthen the muscles of the hip and thigh. You will need a small step for some step exercise. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. If you don't have stairs or a step at home, you can march on the spot, bringing your knees up towards your chin, making sure that there's a chair nearby for support. It is preferable to use your stairs with a sturdy banister for these step exercises, but you can also use a shopboard step, such as shown in this DVD. Once you have completed the entire set of exercises once, rest for 60 seconds and repeat the circuit again. This may be a good time to have some water to drink. Sit to stand training. Before doing this exercise, you should practice safely moving from standing to sitting and back to standing. Try to sit in a controlled manner by placing yourself gently on the chair. Now lean slightly forward and stand up from the chair. Try not to favour one side or use your hands to help you. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. Remember as you stand up to lean forward whilst bending at the waist so that your head is positioned over your toes. This will make it easier for you to stand up from the chair. You should do this activity as fast as you can without feeling like you will lose your balance, and all the while using a controlled movement. The shoulder press exercise strengthens the shoulder muscles and back muscles, which are important for all daily activities. Remember to stand with a good relaxed and upright posture. Be careful not to arch your back. Slowly return back to starting position. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds.
Squatting helps to strengthen the quadriceps muscle. Come as close as you can to the chair without actually sitting on it. Be careful to keep your legs away from the back of the chair. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds.
Shoulder abduction with weights.
Holding a weight in each hand, keeping your shoulders relaxed and elbows straight, move your arms out to the side until shoulder level. Return back to the starting position. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. Remember to stand with a good relaxed and upright posture with your stomach muscles pulled in and knees slightly bent whilst performing this exercise. Trunk rotations are an important exercise for strength of the trunk and to help with balance. Stand with your feet a comfortable distance apart and knees slightly bent. Holding a weight in each hand, with your right hand reach across your chest to the left side. Return back to center and then repeat to the other side. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. Step ups strengthen the muscles of the hip and thigh. You will need a small step for some step exercise. Keep repeating this sequence for up to 60 seconds. If you don't have stairs or a step at home, you can march on the spot, bringing your knees up towards your chin, making sure that there's a chair nearby for support. It is preferable to use your stairs with a sturdy banister for these step exercises, but you can also use a shopboard step, such as shown in this DVD. This section is now complete. The 3 exercises in this section are all completed on the floor and aim to build up strength of specific muscles. You should use the techniques shown in section 1 to get down onto the floor.
Bridging. Bridging strengthens your buttocks and your leg muscles. Lying on your back, bend both of your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor. Gently tilt your pelvis as if you are imprinting your lower back into the floor. Now lift your hips up into the air while still holding your pelvis level. Hold this position for 5 seconds. Lower yourself down to the starting position. Now go back up into the bridge position. Keeping that position, straighten your right knee. Hold the position briefly before putting it back down. Now repeat this with your left knee before slowly lowering your hips back to the ground.
Alternate arm and leg raises strengthen your back muscles and help with your posture. Start by lying on your stomach so that you are in a comfortable position. Slowly lift your right leg whilst keeping your knee straight and hold this for 3 seconds. Repeat this with the other leg. Do 5 repetitions on each leg. Now add arm movements. As you lift your right leg, at the same time, lift your left arm up into the air. Now repeat with the left leg and the right arm. Do 5 repetitions with each arm and leg pair.
The plank. The plank strengthens your back muscles. Start by lying on your stomach. Prop yourself up onto your elbows. Now curl your toes under and lift yourself up onto your feet while staying supported on your elbows. Try not to lift your hips up too high in the air. Hold this position for as long as you can, up to 10 seconds. Now slowly lower yourself back to the floor and rest for 20 seconds. A modification of this is to drop down onto your knees while keeping your hips and stomach off the floor. Repeat this exercise once.
This section is now complete. We are now finished with the exercise part of the video, and we are going to begin our cool down and relaxation. There are 3 exercises in this section, all of which are done whilst on the floor. The cat and camel stretch helps to stretch your spine and helps with improving the mobility of your trunk. For this exercise, you need to be on your hands and knees. As you inhale, arch your spine away from the floor, pulling your belly up like a cat. When it comes time to exhale, round your spine in the opposite direction, lowering your belly toward the floor and lifting your head. Repeat this 4 times.
Now lie back down on your stomach and rest for a few seconds. The trunk rotations are performed whilst lying on your back.
Bend both of your knees, putting your feet flat on the floor. Drop your knees over to one side and turn your head in the opposite direction. Keep both arms resting on the floor and hold for 5 seconds. Now change directions. Move your knees to the other side and your head in the opposite direction. Repeat 3 times to each side, holding for 5 seconds on each side. Breathing exercises are best done lying on your back with your knees bent. Place your hands on the lower part of your stomach and inhale deeply through your nose. Then exhale through your mouth and relax. Repeat this 5 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This section is now complete, and you can get back up from the floor using the techniques previously demonstrated. Congratulations, you have reached the end of the exercise program. We hope that you've enjoyed the exercises and that you will find the program useful.